Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to my session of Let's Talk About Life. Y'all, give me a minute. Let me get my TikTok people on here, y'all. Okay, let's do them. I'm sorry, y'all, but thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for joining me. Like I said, welcome to my session of Let's Talk About Life. Life insurance, that is. Life insurance, that is. So today we have a really, really good topic, you guys. We have a really good topic. We are discussing why should you have insurance on your elderly parents? Or the discussion is, do you have insurance on your elderly parents? Why not? That's what I have in the comment section here. So that's the topic for today, y'all. We're talking about having how important is it for you to have insurance on your elderly parents? What are the benefits of you having insurance on your elderly parents? So that's what we are talking about today. As y'all come on, thank y'all for joining me. Thank you on Facebook. Thank you on YouTube. Thank you on TikTok. So I'm on all of my platforms. So if y'all see me going back and forth like this, that's what I'm doing. I'm speaking to TikTok over here, and I'm speaking to Facebook and YouTube on this device over here. But thank y'all so much for joining me. As you come on, please share the live. Please share the love. The information that I share with you, I'm spilling tea. That's what I call it, spilling the tea. Things that an insurance agent that's trying to sell you a policy, these are things that they probably would not share with you. These are tips on information that your agent is probably not going to share with you, because a lot of times if they share this information with you, you probably won't even pursue getting the policy from them. So I'm spilling the tea. That's what I call this section. Spilling the tea on all the insurance policies. Okay. So, like I said, when you come on, please share the live. Please subscribe so you won't miss out on any of my live sessions. Each Tuesday and Thursday, I come to you with things that you need to know before you purchase an insurance policy. Things that you need to know in case you do have a policy, but you really don't know exactly what you have. So I'm spilling the tea on the insurance policies. Okay. Now, as you come on TikTok, please, ma'am, please, sir, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Okay. Please share the live. If you're on Facebook, on YouTube, please share the live. But let's jump right into it, you guys. We're not gonna hold a lot of time because I'm not gonna be on here long. So this is what we're talking about. Having insurance on your elderly parents. Can it provide financial or emotional benefits, especially if you're responsible for taking care of them? You know, you're responsible for their final expenses. So I'm going to give you some key things, key reasons why it may be important for you to go ahead and make sure that your elderly parent or parents are insured. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about is it's going to be beneficial to you, because if something was to happen to your elderly parent, guess what? You're responsible. The children are responsible if they don't have any life insurance. If they don't have any life insurance, then you're responsible for making sure that, and you would want to be responsible, you know. But why would you put that burden on you? You got to remember, when something happens, and your loved one don't have any type of insurance, then that means that you're going to have to come up with a lump sum of money, a whole lot of money in a couple of days, in order to make sure that they get the proper um homegoing service that they deserve. So why put that stress on you when you can make sure that they are properly protected before something happens? So when something do happen, you can make sure that you lay them to rest without you stressing out about who's going to pay for what. Y'all know how we do. We have to, when someone, a loved one dies and we don't have any life insurance, we have to have what we call that kitchen table conversation, where we gather everybody together at the kitchen table and we're trying to figure out who's going to pay for what. And 9 times out of 10, the person that they feel in the family that's well, I'll say well off, well off than the others, then they expect for that person to pay the majority of the expenses. Y'all know how that goes. Y'all know exactly how that goes. So, in order to prevent any of that from going on, then why not make sure that your elderly parent or parents are properly protected before something happens, right? Now, it will cover final final expenses like laying your loved one to rest, laying your parents or parent to rest. Now, funeral costs these days is anywhere between, I'll say, $5,000 to $10,000 for funeral expenses. And if you don't have any insurance these days and times, the funeral homes now, they want to know that they're going to get their money. So first of all, you're going to have to set up a payment plan if you don't have any type of insurance, and then you're going to have to put down a down payment. They're not just going to take your word that you're going to pay and you don't even put down a down payment. And a lot of times the down payment is probably half of the cost of whatever the total cost of the funeral arrangements are. So that means you're going to have to come up with this money within a 7-day period, because we have we have funerals within a 7-day period. It's supposed to go like that. Now I have seen some funerals postponed because the family couldn't come up with the money that they needed in order to put the down payment down with the funeral home in order for the services to go forth. So you don't want that to be your family. When I tell you that is an embarrassing situation, that is very, very embarrassing. So you don't want to have to put your family in that predicament. Okay. So just make sure that your elderly parents are properly protected, and not just them. Just make sure that everybody in the family is properly protected, so you don't have to go through that embarrassment, because it is embarrassing. And how do I know? I've been there, done that. My family we've been through that years ago when my parents died. Even though they had life insurance, as a matter of fact, they had a couple of policies, but they just didn't have enough insurance. And yeah, they just had not enough. They just had the wrong policies, point blank, period. They just had the wrong type of policies. And so when something did happen, we had to have that conversation around the kitchen table, where we had to sit there and we had to figure out how were we going to go ahead and pay for these funeral arrangements. So I'm coming to y'all because I don't want you guys to have to go through that. Because when I say that is an embarrassing situation, it is totally embarrassing. Totally embarrassing, especially when you can't really depend on your immediate family. Then you have to go out to family and friends, maybe extended family and maybe some friends. And that's really embarrassing when you have to go out and ask for help on the outside of the family. That's really embarrassing. So, like I said, I'm trying to prevent you guys from going through this situation, so you don't have to worry about going out and starting up a GoFundMe, or going out and asking for help to bury your loved one. Now, the other thing is that it's going to help if you have life insurance on your elderly parent or parents, it's going to help pay off some debt. Now, if your parents have like outstanding debt, outstanding medical bills, outstanding credit card debt, or any kind of financial obligations, a life insurance policy is going to help settle these situations. It's going to help settle this debt without involving any personal finances, any of your personal finances. So it is definitely going to help you with that too. Okay, so that's another reason why you should have life insurance on your elderly parents, because any type of debt that they have, like credit cards or medical bills, any type of obligation, financial obligations they have that's pending, then it's going to help with that. Also, let's just say that you have a mom and a dad, and let's say your dad dies. Let's say your dad dies. He's going to leave back your mom. So your mom has to live on, and she want to live comfortably. She's not going to want to have to sell her home or sell her car, move in with you, or move in with one of the kids. She's not going to want to do that. She's not going to want to do that. You know how elderly people get in their ways where they're, kind of, it's hard to get them to go to a senior care home nowadays. They're not going to want to do that. So you want to make sure that she lives out the rest of her life feeling like she's independent and not being dependent on her kids, like trying to move in with them and disrupt their lives. That's how they look at it. Like they're disrupting your life in order for you to make sure to take care of them for the rest of their life. So no, it's good to leave back money for the other spouse, the other elderly spouse, if something was to happen to one or the other. So that money would be used for that. So that person can continue to live on the life that they have been living before the other one deceased. Okay. So that is another reason for you to have insurance on your elderly parents. Now, also, let's say that you have a parent that needs hospice. They need hospice. Or they need some type of help coming in. Like you hire these nurses and they come in just to make sure that your loved one is taken care of, make sure they're taking their medicine, make sure they bathe, make sure they eat. If you need that type of care. So a lot of insurance companies have what they call it's more like a benefit to the client in case something was to happen, when they're let's say I don't want to say when they die in bed, but basically that's kind of what it is. But when they get to the point where they really just in hospice, I'll put it like that, in hospice. So they have a benefit where they would allow you to get a portion of the death benefit. So let's say you had a parent that probably they needed treatment, like say cancer treatment. They needed that in order to at least extend their life or maybe save their life. A lot of insurance companies have this benefit that they give to they allow their clients to be able to take a portion of their death benefit, and they can use it towards things of that sort. Okay. If they need some type of treatment to save their life, if they need to pay for some hospice. I know the company that I work with, they have the benefit, and the benefit is for you to be able, like say you have a treatment that could possibly save your life. They would allow you to get a portion of your death benefit in order to pay for that treatment that could possibly save your life. So I know a lot of policies have that type of benefit for their clients, But you have to check into it because not all of them have that benefit. But I know a lot of them do. I know my company, they have that type of benefit where they would allow you to get a percentage of your death benefit to pay for some treatment or pay for hospice, or if you just want to take the money and just say, that this you're on your last leg, and the doctors have given you up, and you just want to take a last minute trip or your last trip with your family and just enjoy your family, they allow you to take that money out to do that. Okay, so that's another reason why you should make sure that your elderly parents have life insurance, because you can use that money to help with them being comfortable in their last days. If they need to go to hospice, it'll help them pay for the hospice. If they need to go to long-term care treatment, it'll help them pay for that. Because that stuff can be expensive. That could get very, very expensive. Now, it's also going to help avoid financial strain on the family, because without life insurance, of course, whoever the children are or the loved ones are, you're responsible for making sure that your loved one final expenses to pay for. You're also responsible for trying to handle the debt, the outstanding debt that falls back on the next of kin or falls back on the children when that person dies. So that's another reason why you should make sure that they do have life insurance. Also, you want them to be able to leave a legacy behind, leave some inheritance. And that's the other thing that a lot of people don't realize today. With life insurance, you can actually leave a legacy or leave some inheritance behind for your children, for your dependents. You can actually leave some inheritance behind for your children. And especially if you have a family that you're leaving behind, what if that elderly parent is taking care of, they're taking care of a family member that is autistic, or a family member that's disabled? Then guess what? That person is left behind. The family member the elderly parent was taking care of that person. And now the elderly parent has deceased. Then who's going to take care of that person? The disabled person. Who's going to take care of the person that they left behind that is autistic? Who's going to take care of that person? So it's always good for them to have insurance. So if something was to happen to them, it's enough money that's left behind so that disabled person or that autistic person is still going to be able to live on comfortably, especially if they need some type of aid, some type of health aid. So it's going to help them to continue to get the aid that they need, the assistance that they need, and also continue to let them live the same lifestyle they were living when that loved one, if not even better. Okay. Now, also it helped with easing estate planning. Now, if your parents own property or assets, life insurance can help them with their estate taxes. A lot of people don't think about that. But if they own property or they own any assets, then you have what they call estate taxes. And so that makes it easier for the loved ones to be able to manage their estate without selling off any of the access quickly. That's what happened to a lot of people. They forget about the estate taxes, and so they end up needing to sell things that they probably didn't want to sell, because they have to pay the estate taxes. So that's another good reason why you should have life insurance on your elderly parents. Now, there are so many different types of life insurance that you could get for your elderly parents, and I would be more than happy to help you and give you a quote. Now, if your elderly parent, because a lot of the insurance companies these days, they, I know with our insurance company, I'm going to speak for our insurance company. If you're not with us by the age of 70, then you can't get with us when you turn 70. I mean, that's just how our policies work. So you have to be insured with us before you turn the age 70. But with our policies, we insure you up to age 100. And we work with term policies only. Term policies only. And I explained to you guys the difference between the term and the whole life. And um, we don't we only offer you the best. I'll put it like that. We offer you the best. But yeah, so with if you at age 70 and are over age 70 or older, and you need life insurance, um, and some of them offer you insurance up to age 75, 80, but after 80, it's kind of hard to find any type of insurance because by that time they figure that you should have enough money saved up somewhere where if something was to happen to you, you have enough money to pay for your final arrangements. Or or you should be dead by then. That's just the way that insurance company thinks. That's why you have insurance companies. Like I said, you do have some you can find that probably will insure you up to age 80, 75 to 80, but your coverage is going to be limited. Very, very limited. Very limited. Not just with the coverage, but also with the years. It's going to be very limited for you. And and very expensive. I just might as well be honest with you. It's going to be very expensive because we have to realize insurance is quoted by your age. So the older we get, the more expensive life insurance policies get. That's just how they work. That's just point blank period how they work. So the older you get, the more expensive your policy will be. Okay, y'all heard that from me. Y'all heard it from me. Now, also, if you're up in age and trying to get insurance, a lot of times it's kind of hard for people that are what we call elderly people trying to get insurance policies because a lot of times they have health issues. And that plays a big part in you getting approved for a policy. So if you have health issues, it's a possibility that you could be turned down. You could be turned down for a policy because of your health. If you have pre-existing conditions, it could impact you. It could impact your eligibility. So that's why we tell people it's always good to take out insurance while you're young and you're healthy because you get the best plans during that time. Okay. You don't want to wait until you need insurance to get it because if you do that, then 9 times out of 10, it's too late. It's too late. Because if you need the life insurance at that point, then 9 times out of 10, you probably almost out of here. And there's no insurance company that's going to pick up an insurance on a person that is laying in intensive care on life support. There's no insurance company going to pick that up. That's high risk. They're not in business for that, you know? So, um, I'm gonna give you some steps. some steps on why or how to go about getting insurance. You got to, first of all, you got to determine how much coverage you're going to need for your final expenses. You got to figure out how much coverage you're going to need. And then when you figure out how much coverage you probably think you're going to need, especially, well, this is for your elderly parents now. Once you figure out how much coverage you probably going to need, then you have to get the price up front. You have to shop around and find the best quotes for you and your elderly parent. Now, I will be able to help you with the quote. Like I said, I can give you a quote, and you can determine whether this will be the best quote or the best policy for your elderly parent. But I must say this, that if your elderly parent is 70 years or older, then I won't be the one that'll be able to help you. I'll put it like that. I won't be able to help you with the company that I work with, because once you turn age 70, we can't help. That's the bottom line. We can't help. So you have to decide also who's going to pay for the policy, because this is your elderly parents. And if you have a couple of siblings, then y'all have to sit down and figure out who's going to be the person responsible for paying for the insurance. Now, you guys can get together, and maybe you can get together, open up an account, and then put the money in. Everybody put the money in there at a certain time of the month, because the policy is due on a certain time of the month. And you can put the money there so the money can be drafted out of that account. Or you can assign one person that will be responsible for making sure that the insurance policy gets paid. So it's totally up to you how you want to do that. But make sure that whatever way you go, make sure that it's reliable. It's reliable. Make sure that whoever is responsible for helping out with the payment is consistent, and they're going to put their money there when they say they're going to put it there, so it can be there when it's time for that draft to come out of that account. Because it could cancel, it could lapse if they go in and try to draft, and they'll give you at least 2 months. But on that third month, I promise you that policy is going to lapse. If they go in to try to take that money out of that account and it's not there on that, well, I know with our policies, our company, if we have you set up on a draft, and if we go in to take the draft out, if the money is not there on that first draft, that the first time we go in to take the money out for that month, if the money is not there, then they're going to go in another time. They're going to give it a couple of days, and they're going to try to go back in again to take that money out. Now, if the money is not there when they go in the second time, then what they're going to do, they're going to cancel the drafts. So now they're going to send you a letter in the mail telling you, okay, your drafts didn't work, but you got to send in this amount of money in order for your policy to get up to date. Now, they're going to give you at least 2 months. And if you don't pay anything after that second month, on that third month, when that money is due, if you don't pay it, because by this time they're not going to draft anymore, you got to send in the money. You got to pay it yourself. You got to pay it either over the phone, or you got to pay it online, or you got to send the money in. If they don't get that payment, your policy is canceled. That's how it works. That's how it works. So you just got to make sure whoever you put over the drafts or making the payments, you got to make sure that they are responsible, and you got to make sure that they are consistent with making sure that the money is coming out when it's supposed to come out, because you don't want to wait until something happens to find out that the policy had lapsed, but nobody told you. That's not the time to find out that you don't have what you thought you had. I promise you that. So y'all, that's all I have. Do y'all have any questions? Y'all have any questions for me? I'm taking questions over on TikTok if y'all have any questions. I'm taking questions over on Facebook. I didn't even put my comments on over here. If y'all have any questions or comments, please let me know. Uh-oh, what did I do? Y'all, I'm sorry. But yeah, please let me know if you have any questions or comments. I don't know what's going on over here on my on my Facebook page. Okay. I don't know what I got going on over here, but I can't see the comments. Okay, here we go. Uh okay. So if y'all have any questions, please put the questions in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer any question that you have for me about your elderly parents and them being insured, making sure that you have them properly protected with some life insurance. If you have any questions about life insurance in general, I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And over on TikTok, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any of my lives. Please hit the alert button too, so they'll give you an alert when I'm live. And over on YouTube, you guys do the same thing. Hit the subscribe button. And Facebook, if y'all have any questions, y'all put the questions in the comment section. But in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna go ahead and thank my two sponsors that I have. If you want to be a sponsor, just hit me up. I'll be more than happy to share your event, share your business. When I'm live doing my let's take it to I'm sorry, doing my let's talk about life insurance, that is, sessions. So if you want me to share your event, share your business, you can hit me up. It's very inexpensive for you to be a sponsor of this session. Okay. And I will definitely put your information out there whenever I'm live, and it's twice a week, every week. Okay. Now, our first two sponsors, I want to give a shout out to Lavish Cocktails by Toya, which is a mobile bartending service. And she does wedding receptions, private events, birthday parties, date nights, and more. You can book her by contacting her at 864-523-2065. You can also catch LaToya at some of the Clemson home games where she's there bartending at the Clemson home games. So just hit her up. Also, we want to recognize our other sponsor, and it is DJ Q. So if you're looking for a DJ Q on the ones and twos is the best DJ in town. So if you're looking to have your guests to have a party of a lifetime where they're never getting off the dance floor, they're on the dance floor the whole time, then you need to contact DJ Q. He do school events. He what else he does? School events, school proms, community events, church events, weddings, receptions, you name it, he can do it. Okay, sporting events, he's also out there doing sporting events. So if you need a DJ, please contact DJ Q, and you can contact him on his Facebook page, which is DJ Q Originals, ORRIGINALS Originals at Original Sounds Entertainment. So contact him if you're looking for a DJ. Now, that's all I have, y'all. If you want a free quote, please hit me up. so I can give you a free quote, so I can show you how inexpensive it is. Because I promise you, if you don't have life insurance on your elderly parent, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you because it's going to all fall back on the children. If something was to happen to them and they have no life insurance, it's going to fall back on you. And you're going to have to come up with a lot of money, a lump sum of money in a short period of time in order to make sure that they get the proper burial or proper um, going away service that they deserve. Okay. So hit me up if you need a free quote, and I will be more than happy to give you a free quote. All I need is their birthday, if they're a smoker or not, male or female. Send me the message and I'll shoot you back a quick quote. I'll shoot you back a quick quote. We are also always looking for people to come in and join our team. I'm looking for partners. If you feel like this is something that you want to do, I enjoy doing this because I get to share this information with my loved ones. I get to make sure that they are straight, you guys. So even if you don't do it for the extra income, because you can make good money doing this. As a matter of fact, the money that you make is probably more money that you can make on doing one piece of business in less than an hour that most people will make all week long on their jobs. Yeah, you really can't. So hit me up if you're interested in learning everything that I know, because I'm going to be the one training you and I'm going to teach you everything that I know, because I want you to be successful at it if you decide to come in business and be one of my partners. Okay. And I'll explain everything to you, how you can go about being in the business. We do have to have a background check on you, fingerprint and background check. So if you have some issues with that, just hit me up and we'll see whether you can still qualify. And also, it was something else I meant to say, but my mind, I have a million and one things running through my mind right now. But that's all I have, y'all. I'm going to get off here. And y'all, like I said, if you want to join me in business, if you want to be a partner with me, hit me up in my inbox, and I'll be more than happy to share the information with you and tell you what you need to do and walk you through it step by step. Okay. Y'all have a wonderful day. And thank y'all. And I will see you on Thursday. And guess what we're going to talk about on Thursday? Guess what we're going to talk about on Thursday? We're going to talk about getting the reason why, the reasons why you need life insurance on your adult children. Yes, you can get life insurance on your adult children, and you need to. So we're going to go about talking about the reasons why you need life insurance on your adult children. Okay. Because a lot of people have adult children that are not insured. But we'll talk about that on Thursday. Okay. Y'all have a good one. And I will see you guys on Thursday at 5 o'clock, live at 5. Live at 5.